Hi, I'm Johnny Profane. Meltdowns, shutdowns, burnouts. To the public, schools, employers, even family. They can be the defining autistic behavior. Things to fight, control, fear. Why do they do that? What's going through their heads? What do they feel like? Even if you're autistic, you may not have the answers. If you love one, parent one, work with some, or wonder if you are one, I use one of my spoken songs to bring you inside my burnouts. Autistic as fuck out loud. Bonus episode 7. Autistic Shutdowns. Believe I'll change my shirt. Real talk, real tough. But I hope you'll find some truth here that you may want to share with someone you know who cares. Well, we all have meltdowns, don't we, sweetie? The sound of my jaw grinding teeth. Actually? No. My meltdowns, shutdowns, burnouts, decompensations, these are not passing moods. They define my life. A meltdown happens fast and is over pretty fast. In a child or adult autist, it's not a temper tantrum, not a manipulative rage, or a drama queen maneuver. It's a defense against sensory, physical, mental, or emotional overload. Sometimes all these at once. Could be too many disturbing things happening at the same time, or for too long. Say bright lights, loud music, restricted movement, many people crowded together, many temptations, like at a shopping mall or dance club, too many stimulants at once. Or it could be one single overwhelming event, death of a pet, or a blowout domestic argument. Child, teen, adult. In some ways it doesn't matter. There's an immediate, unexpected outburst. Could be tears, screaming, pleading, banging head, or maybe fist through wall. And when I say unexpected outburst, I mean like when I'm just as surprised as anyone else there's a madman in the room waving his arms, loudly. Although in my case, many times I partially, or completely, lose my ability to speak, what they call selective mutism. A shutdown may or may not be preceded by a meltdown. It's not a response to overstimulation, at least not exactly. It's more like exhaustion, building over time. The mind, heart, body, or all three, are depleted. There's nothing left to give. To me, it's like a meteor crashes into my space capsule. I survive, but it takes out the main power. I go into emergency shutdown. One control center after another automatically starts to power down in my brain. To you, maybe you see fatigue, exhaustion. Walking is too much effort, except maybe to the bathroom. Mental fog and forgetfulness, sort of like sleep deprivation. Too much time in bed, sometimes entire days. Emotional numbness. Nothing matters, nothing gets a response. Isolation. Refusing to see family or friends. Zero interest in work or pastimes, no matter how deep the passion was last week. Depression. It may creep up over time, or it might look like a high-speed, head-on crash. Usually, it lasts at least hours, sometimes a few days. And then there's burnout. Burnout. intense physical, mental, and emotional exhaustion, lasting weeks, months, years. Many times I lose skills. Could be related to what professionals label regression in autistic 2-year-olds who suddenly stop walking or talking under stress. But I lose well-established, vital adult skills, like musician me, days before a gig, sitting on a stool hugging my guitar of 10 years, not quite remembering how to play. Or organized minimalist me, surrounded by piles of cardboard chaos, with tidy little paths to the fridge, toilet, maybe the fire exit. That's the autistic truth I'd like you to share with me, to feel it. If you're a parent of an autist, a friend, employer, educator, therapist, when an autistic person stammers at you, I don't function very well. This is what he, she, or a feels. This is my experience. I call it, believe I'll change my shirt, to a Marvin Gaye soul beat. Sunlight cracks my window. Gotta be midday. Kick myself a pathway just to pee into the bowl. Like a peek into that deepest hole, zombie in the mirror won't let me look away. Same filthy shirt as yesterday, body and soul. I gotta change. Man, I gotta change. New days are coming, 'cause that same old, it's getting fucking old. Gonna shed that old skin for one of truest gold. I gotta change. Believe I'll change my shirt. Karma's a bitch dog, in heat. She prowls through my old mind. Sleeps beside me every night, feasting on defeats. No stone blocks this empty tomb, but I can't leave her behind. Memories of the darkest kind blind my way out of this room. That change I cannot make. Faced all the strange this heart can take. I gotta change. Man, I gotta change. I gotta change, I gotta change, I gotta change. I gotta change. Believe I'll change my shirt. I believe I'll go back home. I believe I'll go back home. You can mistreat me here, babe, but you can't when I get home. Can't see the forest for the leaves, the years for the tears. That's what's brought me to my knees. Saving for rainy days ain't never gonna happen. Wind from one hand clapping, storms in every May Day, still pouring next April Fool's Day. I gotta change. Man, I gotta change. New days are coming, 'cause that same old, it's getting fucking old. Gonna shed that old skin for one of truest gold. I gotta change. Believe I'll change my shirt. Massive shout out to artists I stole quotes from. David Jones, known to the world as David Bowie, for Changes, that he released in 1972. And to blues genius Robert Johnson for Dust My Broom, released in 1937. And always to Marvin Gaye for his soul. I gotta ask, are you one of my many readers and listeners wondering if you are autistic? Or maybe self-diagnosed but can't shake the feeling you still don't know? How to get diagnosed actually autistic in just 26 years. Coming at you next. Quick personal note, I need a little support with the expenses for my work. Soon, a few bonus features, like my paintings and bonus episodes like this one, they'll be available for paid subscribers and contributors. But with your support, I promise to keep my informative autism material always yours for free. Want to know more? Check out my posts, paintings, poems, music, and politics at www.autisticaf.com. And if you enjoyed this episode, please share it on social media. Better yet, send it directly to a friend.